Hey, it's Jennifer Sparks. I'm going to be your tour guide today. We are in Florida. We're heading to Port Canaveral. We're going to be sailing on MSC's Grandiosa, and I'm taking you with me. This cruise is going to be for 7 nights. I'm traveling with my husband, Kelly. This is going to be our second cruise with MSC. This video today is going to be about day 1, embarkation day. What to bring, what to expect when you arrive, and what to do when you get on the ship. There are many hotels close by in Port Canaveral Beach, and Cocoa Beach if you're looking to stay before or after your cruise. Coming before your cruise is a really good idea, especially if you're flying here. Some hotels may have packages that will include parking. There are off-site parking lots, which may be cheaper, but we're going to park on site because we like to drop our bags off first. Before your cruise, you'll be emailed printed luggage tags that you could attach to your luggage. This service is free. But parking is not. You have to pay with a credit card before you park. The pay for parking is pretty easy too. You just have to say what cruise you are going on. The total will go right on your credit card. The night before, we stayed in Orlando, Florida at Vistana Villages. I know this is insane, but we booked 3 cruises right in a row. We literally got off of Margaritaville Islander in Tampa, drove here to Orlando to Vistana Villages, brought in all our clothes and washed them in the washing machine, which is in the villa, which is wonderful, then decided what's going on the cruise and what's staying in the car. The little things in life you miss, like making your own dinner. In the future, I'll probably book more time in between. We figured out what we're gonna pack and tag and give to the porters, and we also decided what are we gonna bring on the cruise? What are we gonna carry on? What would you need that day should you not get your luggage on time? The ride from Vistana Villages in Orlando to Port Canaveral was an hour. If you are flying here, most of the airlines fly directly to Orlando International Airport. Daytona Airport would be closer though. We get to walk by the luggage, but we don't have to carry ours. We just have our backpacks. Of course, you could bring your luggage on yourself and you'd have full access to it, but your cabin may not be ready. Plus, you'll have to drag it through all of these lines, and there was a lot of lines. First, they're going to check your boarding pass. Then you're going to go through security, which I'm not allowed to film. They're going to go into another line where they're going to check your ID. You're going to need a passport or your birth certificate if you don't have one. One thing I want to make sure I mention is that there is no alcohol or soda allowed on this ship that you bring yourself. They want you to buy it there. Some cruise lines, like Carnival, for example, will let you bring 1 bottle of wine or 1 bottle of champagne or a 12-pack of soda, but MSC doesn't allow that. That wasn't too painful. This is the best part. This is so exciting. Come join us. And if you do end up having a painful experience getting on the ship, remember, it's only temporary. Once you get on the ship, you will forget all about it. I find it incredible that as we're getting on the ship, there's probably still passengers leaving. It is such a well-oiled machine how they do all of this. There is no break at all for these people that work on these cruises. Most passengers go straight to the buffet when they arrive, and the crew that is working is cleaning up the breakfast as they're preparing lunch for the new passengers. It's amazing. Some ports, like Tampa, for example, is much easier. It's a much shorter walk to parking, a much shorter walk to get on the ship. This was quite long. Not bad. What was this, about 40 minutes from car to here? 40 minutes? Not too bad. This was the longest embarkation process we had out of the 3 cruises that we went on. At this point, we know our stateroom number, we just don't have keys yet. Our time slot to arrive was later in the day, which I like because our stateroom will most likely be ready. If you don't have luggage, it's easier to use the stairs at this point too. The elevators get a little backed up on the first day. When you arrive at your room, that's where your room key is going to be. It's placed inside of the door hanger. We noticed some people that were frustrated opening the door, so my husband's going to show you how to do it.
Open the door, and you push, it stops. You gotta push it down twice.
Yeah. Got to put some muscle in that handle there. Come on in, let me show you around. Kelly's excited about the big mirror. I'm excited about having a balcony. This is going to be great. We received this cruise comped through UR Comped. It's a casino promotion. Another thing I want to mention is you need to put your room key right over here to get the lights on. Like I mentioned earlier, we had just came from Margaritaville Islander, which is very light and bright. It's very aqua and palm trees and very festive. So this is a little dark and drab for my taste personally, but the room was large. There's a safe and shelves and drawers to put your stuff. Room service should you need that. Another thing I want to show you is these sheets. I was a little freaked out. There was no top sheet, but the comforter is in between the sheets. It's sort of like a sheet duvet. There's so much to do on the first day, but make sure that you read all the stuff they give you because you could be missing out on something really important. These were some of the papers that were left for us. Sometimes you could get a dining value for the first night at a specialty restaurant, which brings me to another topic. Make sure, especially for the shows, that you book those ahead of time. I know, who really thinks of that? I never did. But on this cruise ship, if you want a guaranteed seat at the show, everything was booked. There's only 2 main shows a night and over 5,000 passengers. So it's something you have to be really strategic about. Let's go check out the ship. We have been on MSC before, but not this ship. We went on the MSC Meraviglia, which is very similar in design. But they had 3 shows a night, so we had no idea about that. We never had a problem going to any show, and we love going to shows, but we found it here very difficult because day 1, everything was already booked. So I feel that's very important to mention because I want my viewers to get a chance to see the show so you could tell me what they were like. Which brings me to how big this ship is. This is the biggest ship I've ever been on. But there are little places that you could escape the noise and the mayhem. This is the Sky Lounge, which is adult only and has beautiful views. They serve cocktails here and light bites, but it's an extra charge. It's not included. Or maybe you want to partake in some activities. Everybody's embarkation day looks differently. A lot of people enjoy the pools usually during embarkation day, but it was a little cold during our visit. This is the adult-only pool. But if you have kids or you're a big kid at heart, there's plenty to do too for you. Just make sure you get those show reservations. Yeah, I was kind of bummed about that. You could book the shows on the MSC app once you board the ship and connect to the ship's Wi-Fi. This monstrosity is Wild Forest Aqua Park. You do not need to purchase the internet package to use the ship's app. You can find interactive screen kiosks by the elevators to make your reservations as well. We went to the buffet to grab some lunch. Most people at this point have already ate and are going back to their stateroom. And there was dessert. There's always dessert when we go on a cruise. I'll be creating a full food tour of everything we ate coming soon. Most people now are probably heading to their staterooms and waiting for their luggage, but this is an excellent time to enjoy the deck if it's a nice day, but it wasn't.